Hello. Today is Friday the 17th, 2021. We're at Peggy Miller Sterling's house, and she's got a story to tell about my sisters Dorothy and Fanny. So go for it, Peggy.
Hi, everybody. One of you sisters is living,
Phone call?
and this
Is this your phone?
is mostly. Wait just a second. That's mine, I think.
Oh, okay.
That's my phone. Okay, so my sisters and I, Dorothy, Fanny, and Peggy, sing along with my mother, who is a magical pianist. Dorothy would bring home new sheet music. This is when we are in high school. We're still riding the bus to school, coming home on the school bus. Our job together was to fix dinner every night. Our dinner was led by whatever meat from the freezer that Dorothy Lee chose to thaw at breakfast time. So in the evening it was thawed, ready to cook. Vegetables were always brought harvested from the farm, and we ate fresh from the field food that Daddy carried in to us by the armload, all picked by him. Green beans, all this fabulous cantaloupe, tomatoes by the lug. We ate the best food in the world, all led by Sister Dorothy and my dad. So as we're preparing this great food, Mom starts playing the piano, trying to figure out the new sheet music that Dorothy has picked up in town. Dorothy is our leader. So Mom practices with their music. The music is always for soprano, Fanny, and alto, which is Dorothy. Never is there second written. So I listen to Fanny with soprano, who's the lead, and Dorothy, who's singing alto, and I make my way harmonically through the music and come with a close musical sound like the Andrews sisters. We are the Sterling sisters, so we do close harmony with music at the piano by Margie Stout when we left school all the time to go sing, and Mom at home doing her gorgeous music and teaching us the song while we're fixing dinner at night. It was magic. We're singing all the time as we make dinner, and our whole family comes to eat dinner together at one time together, where Dad at the head of the table says the blessing. So every night we gather for this fabulous dinner. This is when my little brothers and sisters were little and were not helpful in the kitchen. So we did this every day growing up in high school. The teachers at school let us go sing anywhere. So we sang for the Lions Club when they had their noon meetings. We sang for the Kiwanis Club. We got special pins that we wore from the Lions Club and Kiwanis Club as being Kiwanians and Lions people. And we're these high school girls who go with Margie Stout to play the piano, and we sing our hearts out. Dorothy Lee stands up one day and she says, "For our first encore," and we're dying laughing at Dorothy's mistake. Our first, and the audience of Lions Club erupt in laughter, and we start singing all these songs that we know and make this beautiful sound together. The Baptist church wants us there every Sunday morning to sing. Our own church, we sing at night with the high school kids. We're never invited to sing at morning service. But boy, we go sing for the Baptist, and I watch my friends come to the altar and they cry giving their lives to Christ, crying their hearts out, throwing themselves on the altar. I don't know anything, and I don't know anything about falling at the altar in tears for Christ. So at school the next Monday, I see them smoking, sneaking sips of beer behind palm trees. And I'm going, oh, I thought you were an angel for Christ, and here you are, a bum sneaking smokes. And so I realized that these people are being led in drama. And so, I'm very proud that I'm able to sing every Sunday night where we have gathered to be together as teenagers with sponsors who take care of us, and then they have church services where we are in the choir. So we grow up with this fabulous choir of teenagers. Everybody is in choir at the Methodist Church, so people start coming there, and we sing together and go have church services at night. Every Sunday we are there. So my sisters and I get off for Valentine's Day. We have the whole day off. We go around the school singing Valentines that we're raising money for. 25 cents a song to have the Sterling sisters come and sing your Valentine to your girlfriend. And so we're singing songs to boys, we're singing songs to girlfriends, and we are able to just leave school and go do it. They want us out there. It was amazing. All we had to do is ask permission. They gave it freely. So here are these girls who no longer have pigtails anymore, but have short, manageable haircuts. And we sing our life away through high school. And Dorothy was the master leader of it because she acquired the music. Some of it very popular. Our hit song was always Blue Moon. Our family to this day can harmonize Blue Moon. Dorothy's kids, all of them, croon Blue Moon. So, it becomes our favorite song. And our lead song was always Blue Moon. And we crooned to the crowds, and they loved every minute of it. We had the most unusual high school ever. I passed, chemistry with flying colors. What did I know about chemistry? Flying colors, straight A's. So, school was a breeze for me. And as it was for Dorothy, Fanny had a struggle because every spring Fanny had yellow jaundice. She had a combination of malaria and yellow jaundice. Her whole life, she had to take a month off in the spring to go home and stay alive. Her body turned yellow. Her eyeballs were these beautiful brown eyes with this yellow color background in her eyes. She had this horrible life struggle. It was like that all through high school. She had a month off. She couldn't sing. She couldn't go to class. She got behind in her classroom studies. So I'm in National Honor Society. Fanny is gonna get into National Honor Society. She's smart enough. She just can't deal with sickness and learning at the same time. So I think she gets there. She's so smart, so talented. She was singing at every wedding and funeral at the Methodist Church. She just sings like an angel. Her dimples all show. She can reach all the high notes. She is so magic at singing solos. She didn't need us. But she's sick. She was born sick. And Peggy was never, ever jealous of her sister Fanny. So I asked Fanny, when I'm adult, Dorothy, why I was never jealous of Fanny. She came so soon. I lost my mother when I'm 1 year old. and have to learn to have dual mothers, which was so unbelievably successfully pulled off. I love both my mothers equally, but my sister Fanny had one mother who held her in her arms for a whole year while Fanny cried. So I asked Dorothy why I wasn't jealous of Sister Fanny. He said, she told me, do you know why? She said, your mother held you at her breast, feeding her milk, and singing songs to you for your first year of life. You were so full of mother's love and mother's milk. You were always healthy. You didn't have to have shoes on to run through the orchard. You were barefoot everywhere, and it fit you like a tea. Your clothes made of flour sacks, and your hand-me-down shoes that you were so proud to wear because they would fit you if Aunt Dorothy got them to you as soon as Margie outgrew them. Margie's clothes were purchased in San Antonio, Texas. She had clothes that none of us wore, so I was the luckiest girl in the world. I could dress up in beautiful clothes, and all because Aunt Dorothy took care of all of us with her special touch. So we were surrounded, not only the daughters but the sons of the Sterling family, with these extended arms of love helping raise us. Grandpa and Grandma Hickok teaching us to go on these great picnics with very simple food and lots of adventure. And we ate it up. And so we were cared for with all kinds of love from Aunt Dorothy. Scott says, you know, whenever I was in trauma, here came Aunt Dorothy. She saved our lives over and over and over, so quietly nobody ever knew she was there. And so he remembers Aunt Dorothy in this way. And so we are all touched by this familial love of extended care our whole lives. And so we grow up as very proud Sterling sisters who could run a marathon if you asked us to. We could do anything for any of this loving family. We could milk the cows as little girls, and we could churn butter. We could clean all the dirty chimneys from kerosene lights because we had no electricity. We could empty the water that was drained from ice boxes where 100 pounds of ice is delivered to our house every week by an iceman. He would take 100 pounds of ice, break it in two pieces to 50 pounds, and he would lug that into Mama's kitchen and put it in the ice box, where we all had responsibility of emptying the big, huge pan of ice water, where this big toad lived. And Bruce said, if you are going to take that water out and you hit that toad, you're going to end up with warts all over your nose and your hands, because there's a toad there that's going to get you. So you slop water everywhere, being terrified of this toad that is going to give you warts. Bruce was the bane of my existence. My sisters were my constant saviors, taking turns getting hit by that toad underwater as we moved the water. Mom never touched it. So this is the way we grew up, helping each other at all times. And those are my sisters growing up.
Yeah, wonderful, Peggy. Thank you so much for that.
You know, some of us are going to know these stories